So the first mode that we'll look at is CBC, cipher block chaining. And this is the most common mode for DES and AES. So what it means, cipher block chaining. Well, remember that we talked about what block encryption takes place. I write you a message, then the message is cut up into individual blocks. Now, this first block goes through the encryption process and you end up with a block of ciphertext. Now, the second block has to be encrypted, but what the algorithm does is use this resulting ciphertext to help encrypt the next block. So again, we have a message. It's cut up into individual blocks. The first block goes through the algorithm and comes up with a ciphertext block. That ciphertext, those bits, are used by the algorithm to encrypt the next block. And then the third block is encrypted with what the result was from the second block. So the reason that it's set up this way is because it provides a lot of randomness. Using the ciphertext to encrypt the next block, we don't necessarily know what that ciphertext is. It'll keep changing. It depends on the plaintext. So the CBC provides a lot of randomness by using that chaining approach of bringing forward the ciphertext to encrypt the next block. Now, on the first block, we don't have ciphertext to bring forward. So the first block that has to go through the algorithm, actually there's an initialization vector that works with the key. We talked about an initialization vector, which is basically like a random value, a seeding value. So on the first block, we don't have ciphertext to bring forward to encrypt it. So what's used on that first block is initialization vector and the key. So like I said, the developer actually chooses the mode that the algorithm can work in, and it's not just DES. These modes are for different block ciphers.